liters. What the hell? Can't stand a freaking shaky cup. Let's see who pops up here. Don't like that. Do not like when my cup is making noise in the cup holder. Let's turn this down because it's getting a little toasty in here. Okay, so basically, I shared a post on my Facebook page today, and one of the things talking about Scentsy, my journey with Scentsy, and my success with Scentsy, and then I also like slid in the join opportunity in there, and at the end I put a disclaimer. Okay, I basically put something along the lines that said, this is my content, it's copyrighted by me because I created it, and because I'm tired of people thinking that they can take someone else's content and use it as their own. Okay, in the sense of words, I'm talking about words. Now if someone shares something and they say, hey, use this, then that is them giving you permission to use it. Use it if you want to use it. But if you don't have permission to use someone's words or someone's graphic or anything like that, you need to either ask before or just assume that it's not for everybody to use, because this is what I want to make very clear with the business that we are in. There are thousands other consultants. We all sell the same exact thing, okay? We all have the same join opportunity. We have to stand out somehow, okay? And so that is why it's important that you make yourself stand out. Every single one of us has something that makes us stand out. Every single one of us, whether you realize it or not. We all are different from each other. But if we are all sharing the same graphic, if we are copying and pasting someone else's post, like the wording of someone's post, and just putting it with our photo, then it makes direct sales look like a scam. It makes direct sales, it puts that saltiness on direct sales, and that is not what we want. Okay, so I was gonna come up here, or I am coming up here to give some tips on how I share content. Okay, normally when I'm in the car, my biggest times for me to come up with content or like things that I'm thinking of, and I'm not talking just Scentsy related, because at the end of the day, people don't want to just hear about Scentsy. They want to hear about your life. They want to hear about your thoughts. They want to hear about what you are going through, your struggles, your wins. They want to know about your family, your fur babies. They want to know about your kid winning their soccer game, okay? They want to know about you. That is why they choose you. That is why a consultant, your teamie, your frontline, chose you as their sponsor, okay? They connected with you somehow, some way. So that is what I'm going to be talking about. Sorry, this car is about to come into my lane. Most times when I come up with something that I want to share, whether it's Scentsy related or just like my personal thoughts, is normally when I'm driving, like this, or I'm in the shower, or I am literally, I just got into bed, I've turned off, it never fails, this always happens. When I get into the bed, I turn off the lights, and I like cozy up next to Vince, and something pops into my brain. Never freaking fails. And then I get annoyed because I just had a really good idea of something that I need to share with everybody else, and it pisses me off because then I have to get uncomfy, go get my phone, find it in the pitch black, open up my notes, and jot something down, okay? But that is what I do. That is what I do when I come up with content. My content is very sporadic, meaning that I share things that don't have anything to do with Scentsy sometimes. Like literally last night has nothing to do with Scentsy, but I plan on sharing it probably in the next week or so. It had to do with my husband, and it came to me as soon as I snuggled up next to him. I was like, that is something funny that I need to share. Now, sometimes when it comes to me at night, sometimes I'll be like, I'll remember it in the morning. I'm just going to bed because I'm too tired to go and get my phone and jot it down real quick. And it never fails. I can never remember what I was going to write about or talk about. I can never remember it, ever. So I'm trying to be better at, like, just get up and write out a little blurb. Okay, so that's what I do. Even when I'm driving, I don't text it out. I normally use talk to text on my iPhone, and I'll say, open up a new, like, Siri, open up a new note and put this in it. It'll be like a one-liner, and if I have anything else, I'll add that into it. Now, if I'm in the shower, that's a little bit harder because I guess you can take your phone into the shower. I don't really know. I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit like that, but you could. And actually, I just read about, and I don't even know where I read this. Maybe it was the book that I recently read, but there's apparently a shower notebook that you can write down, like a waterproof notebook in the shower. I don't know how that would work, but that might be an option. But that is how I come up with content, okay? So then I write down a little blurb. For example, if you go back and read my post that I posted a couple hours ago, it all stemmed from, that entire post stemmed from a comment that someone that Vince knew. I was introduced to this person at like a function. I think it was like a golf function. I don't even remember where exactly I met this guy, but I met this guy and we started talking about what I did for a living, and I told him, and I told him that I was a nurse, but I left to do Scentsy full time. And he made the comment, oh, well, that's really great that you got in early. Okay. Well, it kind of it hit a nerve, but I don't let things like that get to me. So, and they just roll off my back, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I got in early. I didn't say that, but I was like, yeah, that was the end of the conversation. Move on about my life. Have a great time. Okay. It was the next day that I was doing something. I don't know what I was doing, but I remembered that conversation. And I was like, you know what? That is something really good that I need to educate people on. That little blurb. So I opened up my notes section in my phone. I added it in there. I added a couple little things of how I was feeling about that topic at that specific moment. And then I closed out of it because I wasn't in my writing mode. I have to be in a writing mode to get my thoughts on paper. It does not come naturally to me. It does not come naturally to me. Writing has always been a struggle for me, okay? Ever since I was in middle school and we had to start writing freaking papers, it's always been a struggle for me. So I will then go back, depends on if I'm in my writing mode or not, but I have gone back. That comment was made to me probably 2 months ago, roughly 2 months ago. And I have gone back to that specific note in my phone probably 4 or 5 times until I finally finished it this morning. And I finally finished it this morning because I woke up ready to go and just full of fire, I guess you would say. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up this note and I'm going to see if I can
In 1
finish
mile,
it.
bear right to merge onto US 13 south towards Ahoskie, North Carolina.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but so that is how I come up with my content, okay? It comes to me. And something else, if you see, let's say that, for example, let's say you see my post and you feel inspired by it, right? It's easy to take someone else's words and to use them as yours. It is easy, okay? What I do, if I see someone else post something that I'm inspired by, I wait a little bit. I don't go and post something similar to them. Sorry, my phone was trying to connect. And when I mean influenced, I can't see anybody's comments if y'all are commenting, okay? But I know that I'm going to be influenced by someone else's words because that's just how my brain works. And so, when I say influence, I mean that I'm going to be unintentionally taking someone else's words and using them as mine. So what I do is I will write a little blurb.
Stay in the second lane from the right.
Can y'all hear my, I'm about to actually cancel this. Sorry. I need
Use the right lane to bear right.
Okay, sorry. What I mean by being influenced by someone's words is that my brain, because I'm not the greatest writer, I'm not the greatest reworder, it takes a lot for me to get there. It's easy for me to take someone's words that I'm feeling influenced by or inspired by and to use them as my own. So what I do is, if I see something that I'm inspired by, I will open up my notes section and I will write down how I'm feeling about that post and what I got most out of it, okay? Little blurbs. And then I will wait at least a week, if not 2 weeks, and go back to it and reformulate how I felt about that topic that I want to talk about, okay? So if you put time between whatever inspired you and influenced you versus what you're going to write, you're less likely to write what you actually read word for word, okay? So that is how I do. That's how I create my content, is I share what I feel and how I'm feeling and what my thoughts are, okay? It doesn't have to be Scentsy related. Like, I have a post that I'm going to be doing, and I don't know if I'm going to do a reel or a post or what that's going to look like, but I have some type of content that I'm going to be talking about my fertility journey sometime soon. Whenever I finish it, whenever I feel like I have everything in my head down on paper in regards to this specific topic, then I'll share it. I don't put myself on a time limit to share it. I don't share it until I feel like my thoughts are perfectly set on paper. Okay? So, the moral of this video is, you are more than Scentsy. Your customers purchase from you not just because you're a Scentsy consultant. They continue to purchase from you because they have a relationship with you on a deeper level, okay? Same with your teamies. If you show people a deeper part of your life versus just Scentsy, you will be more successful in this business, okay? So, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day.